to show you how to use Informed Decisions Social Atlas. First off, you'll go to Informed Decisions website. You'll then click on the Demographic Resources tab. Here you can see there are 4 different sections: Community Profiles, Population Forecasts, Economic Profiles, and Social Atlases. Today I will be walking you through the Social Atlas, so we'll click on that. Because I've already made a free account, I'm automatically signed in. However, anyone is able to sign in for free access. So I'll click on Choose Area, and then I'm taken to see all the different councils across Australia and New Zealand you can choose from. For today's presentation, I will be choosing the City of Darebin, seeing as many students will most likely use Preston as their site. So I'll click on that, and I'm then taken to a map of the City of Darebin. All the maps in Social Atlas are presented in the SA1 level to provide the greatest possible level of detail. SA1 units are designed to have an average size of about 150 households and represent a few street blocks in urban areas. I'll also click on this suburb level below the SA1 so I can clearly see the name of all the suburbs. You're also able to change the map layout from road, satellite, and satellite labels. However, I prefer the roads, so I'm just going to click on that one. On the left-hand side here, you can see the map selector, which gives you a number of drop-down tools where you can select to focus your data. If we click on this, you can see that we can choose the data based on population, age, households, education, work, and so on. All of this data is sourced from the Australian Bureau of Statistics in the census. You're then able to choose the data type, so either the usual residence or enumerated. You can also click on the gender, so persons male or female, and the year 2016, 2011, or the change from 2011 to 2016. For this example, I will go to the map selector and I'll choose transport, and then I'll choose travel to work on public transport. I'll have my data as usual residence, my gender as persons, the year is 2016, and the percent. So the maps are shaded to show where there are concentrations of certain data. As you can see on the right-hand side here, the darker the red colour, the more concentrated it is. You can hover your mouse over these and it will highlight the SA1 areas that have the corresponding data. Just like this. Now, if we zoom in a bit closer to Preston, when you hover your mouse over the SA1 areas, it will give you a summary of the percentage and number of people who travel to work by public transport in that SA1 area. It will also tell you the number of employed people in that area. You're then able to click on different SA1s and it will automatically collate the data and put it into a table at the bottom left-hand side. As you can see here, you're also able to export this data if you click this, and it will automatically put it into an Excel spreadsheet for you, which you can download. If you want to illustrate the change of number of people who travelled to work on public transport from 2011 to 2016, you just click on the year and you click change. And this will show the dark blue areas where there's been a decrease and dark red where there's been an increase. So for example, on the right-hand side here, you can hover over again and you can see the dark blue is the decrease. And yes, the dark red is the increase. If you zoom in again, you can see some areas of Preston have had strong decrease. For example, this area has a decrease of 10.5% and this one had a decrease of 8.6%, whereas these areas, SA1 areas, have had an increase in 8% and increase in 8.7%. If you wanted a summary and analysis of people who travel to work on public transport, you're able to click on the Analysis tab and it will present you with a table of all the suburbs and their corresponding data, as seen below here. It also presents to you this all on a graph. And if you scroll down further, it will give you a nice summary of the significant findings within the data. This tool presents census data in an easy to understand way and is able to show how particular population groups are distributed across different councils. There are over 100 individual maps, each representing a community of interest. Presenting the data on these maps and highlighting certain concentrations enables planners to accurately assess the demand for the provision of services and facilities to target populations. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learnt something.